Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. And we are here this evening to cover the Tyre Shredders Racing, the Academy, American Muscle, and it's round 4 here at Autopolis, ladies and gentlemen. The Tyre Shredders run a 40-minute race using only American Group 3 cars. The rules are they have 2 compounds of tyres to use during the race, mandatory, softs and mediums. But stop the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Rewind, because it's wet. It's a wet track. So let's throw the rule book out of the window. I think we don't have to use the softs or the mediums if we do not wish now in the rule book. I have standings, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds. The championship is starting to take form. We are starting to see our winners. And it's looking very tight, ladies and gentlemen. At the top, Apex Wolf on 54 points. In second place is Racing Sim on 52 points. Only 2 points dividing first and second. Carlsberg in third on 36 points, being chased very closely by Vane on 34 points. In fifth, we have Sai on 32 points. That is a tight mega battle in the middle of the championship table. Hoppers in 6th with 29 points, still in with a shout there. Could jump up a fair few places if that Mustang suddenly wakes up. Rosso is 7th on 25 points. Footy is 8th on 24 points. Gaz is 9th on 20 points. And Ghost Pepper is 10th on 15 points. Excuse me. I breathed in a bit of dust during that table. So Autopolis in the wet, ladies and gentlemen. I have looked at the grid and I believe they are all on Inter tyres. I don't know if that means it's going to get wetter or if it's going to get drier. We will see. But after for qualification, the grid looks a little bit like this. Well, hang on. Glasses aren't going on properly. A little bit like this. Come on, let's have it. So on pole position, is that pole? Yes, pole position then, Racing Sim, ladies and gentlemen, in the Corvette, on the intermediate tyres, doing the best of the rest, and comes out on top and in pole. Congratulations, that might be his first pole this series. Footy is second on the grid, ladies and gentlemen, and we have been warned in the chat in the previous round that Footy is very much a dark horse in this championship and one to watch, and already challenging for the win here after qualifying second on the grid. In third spot, we have had a livery change. You will not recognise it. This is Carlsberg, ladies and gentlemen, and it's cost me a lot of money to promote this, promote myself on his car. No, it's a total surprise. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Other YouTube racing channels are available. But yes, very nice. Thank you very much to Carlsberg. In fourth place, is this a new member? Someone entering the chat? It's Mike in a Corvette. Now, I don't know if he had as a livery. I tried to load the game up twice, the replay twice, and it came out like that every time. So I'm going on the premise that he probably does not have a livery on that car. So that's Mike sitting in fourth place. Fantastic stuff. All of them on intermediates on the grid, ladies and gentlemen. Then in fifth place, we have Vane in the Dodge. Is that the top Dodge so far? I believe it is. So Vane in the top 5 there, the top Dodge Viper on track. Then, wowzers, they say the rain is a leveler, and it looks like the Mustang, the boat that it was, and will always be, is doing well in the rain. Look at it. Hoppers, 6th, highest qualifying to date, and ahead of TD Hogg, ladies and gentlemen, in the Dodge Viper. Again, I tried. The livery seemed to come out the same both times, so assuming maybe a last-minute addition, just fancied it, bought a Dodge Viper and chucked it out there on track. But the Hog, ladies and gentlemen, starting in 7th. 8th place then is our boy Cy, with also with a livery change, but he had the blue version of Carlsberg, if we all remember. So Cy going blue with the thingamajig thing. Thank you very much. I've got a right tickle, sorry. Ooh, that went high then. That's our riders, ladies and gentlemen. 8, Go Mad in the wet Autopolis, and I am here for this. This is going to be epic, ladies and gents. We cannot miss a single second of what is just about to go down over the next 40 minutes. So, release the hounds. Racing Sim leading them away. The lights, well, I can hear the dings. And it's racing, ladies and gentlemen. We are away. Footy trying to grab an early start. He's not tucked in for the toe there. And I thought he'd get in behind, try and grab somewhat of a toe coming down to this first corner. And Racing Sim breaking perfectly. The Chevy just stepping out on him. The Corvette not wanting to apply. And Carlsberg up to 3rd. Mike there in 4th place, being chased by the Vane. And it's coming into the braking zones, quite scary. It looks like Hoppers, no, it's the Hog facing the wrong way, ladies and gentlemen, and that is unfortunate. Movement up here, looks like Mike has got in march on Berg, but Carlsberg coming up the inside, Carlsberg going for the move, they're sliding around, Mike's trying to keep it in there on the accelerator, his foot's in there, and Mikey takes that 3rd place away from the Carlsberg. And Vane, who we've seen have some epic battles with the Carlsberg so far this season, is coming in hot, as is the Hoppers, and Cy is sticking with them, on board with the Cy. Racing Sim still leads from Footy. Mike in 3rd. We're on board with 7th place Cy at the moment, as he hunts himself down a Mustang. He's looking very close now, up the rear derriere of the Hoppers. He has a look. There's nothing doing there. He's got to wait for the braking. Hoppers goes in late on the brakes, but he survives it. And Cy's got the drive out of the corner. Can he make it around the outside? There's nothing doing there. Looks to the inside, nothing going. Great defensive driving from the Hops, ladies and gentlemen. He is on fire. And it looks like a Dodge Viper going out very wide. Vane taking a wide line through this corner, but everything's looking pretty much tip-top, ship-shop shape. And they are all over the place in this wet track at the moment, trying to find some grip out there whilst they duke it out. Fantastic stuff. Racing Sim still leading the way ahead of Footy. Footy chasing him down though. Mike in 3rd, and it's tight with Carlsberg. We saw this battle with Vane, Hoppers and Cy. Cy having a sniff up the inside of the Hoppers. Hoppers goes out there to defend. No, he's going for a move on the Vane. Hoppers late on the brake. Can he make it? No, ladies and gentlemen. The Mustang going very wide there, and Vane is released in the Dodge as Cy chases him down also. Mike has lost that 3rd place to the Berg. Carlsberg through and strong in the Corvette, ladies and gents. Footy is chasing down a Racing Sim and looking like he's closing the gap. But at the moment, Carlsberg has his hands full of Corvette. Viper is out. Vane is out wide, giving Cy an opportunity around the outside, down on the inside now. But the Viper cuts across the nose, and Vane it defends the spot perfectly. Mike then on chase with the Berg. At the moment, Carlsberg, and he's hunting himself. Footy, who's hunting Racing Sim, who's out wide, ladies and gentlemen. Racing Sim making a small mistake, and Footy now has the momentum to come up and through on the Corvette driver. No, not quite. He's looking for it though, but he doesn't quite have it. Racing Sim survives by the skin of his teeth. The Hog is come in. He's going to try some dry tyres. No, that'd be crazy things to do. Maybe he started, maybe he wasn't on the intermediates. I'll have to look back. Looks like he wasn't on the intermediates. He must have started on the softs, and that's why he's had such an issue. The Sim at the moment leading from Footy, and Carlsberg there in the shout of this win, ladies and gents. Mike slipping back and falling into the battle with Cy and Vane. Cy and Vane all up in each other's business. The Vane trying as he might to defend the position, and Cy is all over him like a bad case of eczema. Hoppers is in 7th with the Hog now out of the pits on a penalty, and he's gone full wets, ladies and gentlemen. There's been some bad decisions made, I believe, so far in the beginnings of this race. I'm with you, Hog. It can only get better from here. Racing Sim then flicking up the purples. Carlsberg the fastest man on track at the moment. Footy in with a shout, but the Berg is the man on the move. Mikey in 4th, surviving against the battling Vane and Cy. Cy out wide there. Vane just trying to keep it together. Oh, Cy's dropped it, ladies and gentlemen, and the Hoppers comes through. He knows the feeling. And no, but Cy then falls in behind the Hops. Hog is a while away after his pit stop. Well, he's just ahead of him, in fact. God knows what's going on with my getting a right tickle. So Racing Sim then leads the way with Footy in 2nd, Carlsberg in 3rd. Carlsberg moving over like he's paying a penalty, but he seems to be fine. Woof. So Footy, he's there, he's holding ground at 57.9 against Racing Sim's 57.7, the Carlsberg of 57.3. Mikey there, 2-minute with the Vane now slipping away from Cy. We had that slight spin, didn't he, dropping in behind the Hoppers, and Vane's off the road as well. Vane struggling on a drying track, ladies and gents. There is definitely a dry line starting to form here, and some of these guys are going to be thinking about their tyres. I mean, they probably won't. You'd probably want to take them in as long as possible. Wet tyres, a huge choice there from the Hog when the track does seem to be drying, unless there's more rain coming. Maybe the Hog on board with the weather. The meter says the water is definitely below and ready for slick tyres, but are these guys ready for them? Racing tyres, sorry, they're not slick, they've got some grip. Yeah, grooves. So Carlsberg then, so we're here, the track is definitely drying, we're on intermediate tyres, and these guys will be thinking now, because these tyres will just rip to sunder on a dry line. Do they just push hard and rip the tyres to pieces and screw the strategy, or do they back off a little, try and drive onto the wet a lot more, try and make those tyres survive a little longer into the race, and try and use them strategically? At the moment, Racing Sim pushing on with Footy there in 2nd, and Carlsberg in 3rd. Mike in 4th with the Vane in 5th. Cy in 6th. It's going to be a brave man who takes the opportunity to go in, but it's still, I mean, the problem is with a drying track is the curbs are still very wet. So when you go to the dry tyres and you wish to use some curbage, they stay wet for a very long time into the race. And Hog then getting lapped by Footy making his way through, trying not to let Racing Sim get too far ahead. Racing Sim at 54.8 that last time around, and the track truly is getting very dry now. Well, it's virgin, it's still on the verge. I think there is still a little bit of water in the air, but we're getting very close to the time for dry tyres, and it only takes one down the field to take the brave move. Someone's having a bit of a mission there. It's Cy. He's ahead of the Hoppers, but he's off the track. Cy getting back into the groove of it, with Hoppers now in 7th, and the Hog being lapped by Carlsberg. Racing Sim leads the way. He's pulled out a gap. Someone's off the road. Is it Footy? Footy off wide. Carlsberg's moved up into 2nd place, and the Hog has followed him through, and Footy now struggling with those intermediate tyres, not much grip. Mike is coming in strong and bringing the Vane with him. Vane absolutely ripping his tyres to shreds, and the track is virtually dry. It's not registering a lot of water, only in certain places. These corners are nearly dry now, ladies and gents. Sai then in 6th place, still sliding around on those intermediate tyres, and Hoppers in 7th. With the Hog in deep traffic, a lap down with those wet tyres on a very drying track. Racing Sim then, he's got something to play with. He's got a little gap behind him, Carlsberg, and with Footy falling off the track and Carlsberg's tyres starting to die on the vine, Racing Sim has choices. He could come into the pits. He's got a little space. He won't get out ahead of them, but he's got a step on them. He's got a step ahead, and Footy dropping even further back, it seems. Carlsberg flying with Racing Sim coming up towards the stadium area and about to complete lap 6. And with the track showing very dry in some parts, still quite damp in others, I think he's going to take the safe bet and go around again. I don't think he's going to risk a pit stop just yet. Has he already gone past the pit lane? Did that just sound ridiculous? So I'm saying, oh, he's not going to pit. Yeah, well, even I didn't know he was not going to pit, but I don't think it's a wise move right now. Oof. Carlsberg, though, I may be tempted to, because his tyres are starting to feel rather pained here. Footy there under the threat of Mike, and we've got a dodge in the middle there of the Hog, just for small measure. And here we go, Sai making the brave move. Sai taking the gamble, and it's worth it. Hoppers moves on forward up to 6th. No one else is ready to pull the trigger, and the Sai is, what's it going to be? Medium tyres? Another set of inters? Another? No, it might change. It might change. I don't think he's gone for another set of inters. Racing softs, ladies and gentlemen. Racing softs for the Sai. This has changed everything. The race, throw it out the window. Anything could happen from this point onwards. Can the Sai keep the car facing forward? Can he make the Corvette make it all the way around on those racing soft tyres? Stay away from the curbs, my friend. Stay away from the curbs. So Sai pushing on, trying to race on that thin, dry line that's appeared out there. You can see he's fighting the Corvette as he makes his way around, and so far no one reacting. Well, no one's come up to that area yet, but we'll see if there's any reactions as they make their way around. And Racing Sim, he could get in and out before the Sai reaches him, and if the Sai has an advantage there, that's who I believe Racing Sim may have to cover off. So far, Sai doing an absolutely amazing job on the dry tyres on a wettish track. Don't go out there. Oh yes, my friend. Oh my word. Oh my good golly gosh. So Apex Wolf in the chat saying good luck, bud. Apex Wolf saying just let it rain all around Racing Sim, and a laughing face for Apex Wolf. Nifty saying good evening, Mr. Thingy sir, how are you? I'm good, my friend, I'm good. Carlsberg and Footy all into the pits, and Racing Sim has opted to go further and later into the race on his intermediate tyres. Is that the right choice? Carlsberg into the pits, Footy's into the pits, Mikey's coming into the pits, Hoppers has gone through. Hoppers has gone through, ladies and gentlemen. Carlsberg's out. Racing Sim didn't go in, so Carlsberg's out, but Sai is ahead of Footy. Footy only just coming out, and there is Carlsberg. Why has Carlsberg got a 3-second penalty? Did he just go in? Oh, it's Sai. Yes, no, sorry, Sai getting out. Sai getting ahead. Hoppers hasn't pitted. Hoppers' tyres are absolutely shredded. That's why they're the tyre shredders, ladies and gentlemen. And Hoppers, oh no, Hoppers I think got in Sai's way. Sai went out wide. Carlsberg's got through, but Carlsberg's got 3-second penalty. So Sai still has an opportunity. He still has an opportunity. He clears Hoppers now. No, he doesn't. Ooh. Hoppers becoming a liability with his dead tyres out there. And I think he should have pitted that last time around, as I think he probably would agree. Footy in 4th place, chasing down the Sai, and the Sai will be absolutely cursing in his Elm helmet. He has made the move by going into the pits early, the brave move, and coming out ahead of the rest of the gang. And Carlsberg now paying a big, hefty 3-second penalty. And Sai takes back over the second spot ahead of Carlsberg. And Footy not quite able to catch the Carlsberg there. Racing Sim then into the pits. What has he lost? At what cost? Golden Rider in the chat saying Hopper's going to lose so much now. Yes, really did miss that opportunity, the window of opportunity there for pitting. And Racing Sim then is being serviced whilst in the pits. He's been released. Sai is not there. So Racing Sim absolutely humdinger for the Racing Sim, has gained that much time. And Sai then, it's second place for Sai as he chases down the Sim. Carlsberg in third and Footy in fourth. Footy losing out the most here in this battle. He was already behind the Carlsberg in fairness for a small off, but Sai, an absolute brave, big nuts move they call it. And going in and putting those soft tyres on and getting out and jumping virtually the whole pack. Remember, he spun and Hoppers had got by him. That is Sai's tale to tell. Can he maintain though? A 40-minute race. We're only 14 minutes in all this action. Racing Sim, free pit stop for him. Unbelievable. I did think he was going to be closer than that. It's an amazing shock there for the Sim, getting out so far ahead. He did maintain good pace on those inters though. He kept it in the 55s. So that's how Racing Sim managed to survive as these guys all tumbled over each other on the release of the pits. And Carlsberg looking like he's under pressure from Footy now. Great Scott, ladies and gentlemen. Mike there in fifth place, and he's lost a lot of ground to the guys ahead of him. Hopefully he can knuckle down now. Get in some purple sectors and get on with the job with getting on. As the track dries, it's virtually dry all the way down here. And Vane there in sixth place ahead of the Hoppers, who now has put a set of soft tyres on, and Hoggs has had to go in and change his wets to softs. Now it's race on for the Hogmeister. Hoppers in seventh, and the Vane, he's close to Mike. He needs Mike to make a couple of struggles here as he tries to chase around. It looks like Mike put some fuel in at the pit stop, and that is why he's lost ground to, oh no, well, yeah, he's put a bit more fuel in than Footy. Carlsberg and Sai, none of them fueling up. Sai, a 49.5 now. His intentions have been set. Racing Sim, notice has been given. Sai's intentions are out there, and he is closing in. I'm sure that was a bigger gap before, and Racing Sim trying to get his tyres up to temperature in the lead. Sai has had those tyres on for a couple of laps now. He's got them in the zone, and he is on the hunt for a win. Carlsberg so far in third place, keeping Footy at bay. Footy qualifying second on the grid, ladies and gentlemen, losing positions through Sai's amazing pit stop manoeuvre, and Carlsberg getting by when he had a small off. Other than that, nothing wrong with Footy's race so far. And closing in even more on Carlsberg. Carlsberg not as comfortable on the soft tyre as he was on the intermediate tyre. Carlsberg losing a step slightly to Footy. Footy coming in hard, but you've got to stay off the curbs, sir. Please, sir. Stay within the white lines. Those curbs are wet. He's looking up the inside there of the berg. Carlsberg having to knuckle down here. He's going to have to steady the ship and watch his six, because Footy is really in the mood for a little bit of dancing. And Carlsberg's got to watch it. He's out wide again there, and but it must be his line. I think we saw him before going out there and coming in. I think Carlsberg does like to find an interesting line around. Footy now with the toe coming up the straight. Can he do anything? Sai on the hunt for Racing Sim. Racing Sim has done a 48.5. That is his answer, ladies and gentlemen, to Sai's fastest lap. He goes virtually a second faster, and that's going to take the wind out of Sai's sails. It's got to take the wind out of his sails for show. Oh, late break here from Footy and sending the Berg into the shadow realm. The Berg somehow surviving that assault, ladies and gentlemen, and is still there in third. But Footy, my words, and I'm sure he missed his breaking point there. And in the chat then, Wayne saying evening all. I think that's Carlsberg, isn't it, Wayne? I think it's... There's two Waynes though. There's a Waney. I think the other one's Waney that's in the URL. I think that Wayne is Carlsberg, ladies and gentlemen. I might be wrong. But Carlsberg at the moment under threat from Footy. Footy absolutely is trying to get in and over. See, yes, I remembered. Hey, look at it. I don't remember a lot, man. That's. Oh no, Carlsberg, don't go out there. It's wet. And Footy then trying to claim a scalp there back. He's trying to get that position back, remember? In Footy's mind, that is his position. He was there before. Sai at the moment running away with things, getting carried away with himself. Look at him in position 2 from mad skills driving, from very well daring decisions. Sai absolutely racing hard, and Racing Sim is he's gone again. He's bounced, ladies and gentlemen. He's dipped. Carlsberg under threat from Footy. Footy having another sniff, having another look. Oh, and Vane's got past Mike. Mike was chasing, Vane was chasing Mike, I'm sure. Vane, that last time around, at 52.1, his fastest lap so far. And Mike there, stuck in the 55s on those racing softs. The Viper looking absolutely splendid there. And Mike, 54, he's struggling with pace. Hopper's 53 in the Mustang, but he's just quite a way back now. But we've still got 20 minutes of racing on the board. And the Hog now getting up to speed, a 54.0 from Hog on his racing soft tyres. Racing Sim leads ahead of the Sai. His tyres looking like their best. They're past their best. He's dropping into the 50s now. Footy past the Berg. Oh, okay. We've watched them two battle so much. Oh, my God. Wow, I must have just cut away from it, ladies and gents. So Carlsberg breaking into the first corner. Oh, my gosh, that was some tough love there from Footy, I believe. Carlsberg under braking, and Footy absolutely slinging it in there. He's got the toe coming down the straight on the brakes, and Carlsberg may have braked early, and Footy absolutely slinging it on the inside. And Carlsberg, he was kind of like a backup brake for the Footy there. And Footy probably should give that position back, you'd say. But it's race on here. They have their own rules. And Carlsberg setting chase for Footy. Sai then in second. He's got to watch out. Those tyres are starting to degrade rather speedily. And Footy is he's got fresh tyres, as has the Carlsberg. So Sai, where it was an amazing move early in the race, is now it's starting to hurt him. The other guy's tyres are a lot fresher. I mean, he's only had them on for a few laps, so he's going to have to pit and possibly use the medium tyre, because another set of softs isn't going to get him where he needs to be. So Racing Sim then leading the way, undeterred. No one has bothered him. Sai driving on an old set. Wayne said he told Footy just to keep going, so Footy, he didn't repay because he was told just crack on. It was an ambitious move. You could see what he was going for. I don't think he expected that to happen. You know, he probably didn't expect Carlsberg to be there when he got there, and these things happen, you know. Footy then trying to pull away from Carlsberg. Carlsberg looking after those tyres. He does look like he's suffering a little bit with that front left tyre. Sai, it's getting worse for him as he goes. It's a 53 now. Footy doing 50s. And Carlsberg down into the 52s. Tyre wear being a problem for the TSR team. Vane in the Dodge ahead of Mike, but Mike starting to get his composure and starting to pull in the Vane. The Vane, is it tyres? Yes, all of them having tyre woes here at Autopolis. Hoppers at the moment, it's looking shiny for his tyres, but he's just a little too far back to get into the race. And the Hog is in 8th place, but he's getting there, ladies and gents. Give him a moment. I reckon he jumped in last minute, and he's just got to get himself up to pace. Racing Sim at the moment winning in the race and winning in life, and with no Apex Wolf around to contest with him, he is winning in the championship table after 4 rounds. And we know the person after the 4th round chooses what I think is the 6th round, but I haven't seen a 6th round yet, but I've seen a final table. Is it only 5 rounds? Does he pick the 5th round? So Racing Sim, it's not something I probably should ask on the stream. I'll ask him in the Discord as we're getting close. But yes, Racing Sim probably will be leading the championship by the end of this, so he gets to choose the final round. Sai being caught by Footy still in the 50s, and Sai now, those tyres, he's really got to decide what to do. Will he risk another lap? I don't think it's worth it. Come in, put some mediums on for the last 17 minutes. No, he's staying out, ladies and gentlemen. Footy is definitely going to be able to get past him in this lap. Carlsberg holding back, but his tyres are no better. He's going to have to think about making a pit stop soon. Mike doing well. He's got himself ahead of the Vane. Vane's tyre woes are also similar to those of Carlsberg, and Sai ahead of him. Hoppers in 7th, trying to hunt them down, and the Hog getting up to speed in the Viper. Racing Sim staying calm, ladies and gentlemen, finding his zen. He's got a dream catcher in that car with some wind chimes. So the Vane has come in. He has given up with those tyres, and he's picked up damage, so he must have had a bit of a spin. And Mike is up and into 5th, with Carlsberg now in 4th. Footy is all over the back of Sai. Footy going for the move. Too late on the in car. I missed the good stuff. So there you go. Sai losing position to Footy, but he's trying to stretch those tyres out for as long as he can as he slides around the corner. Unbelievable racing we're having here. Carlsberg in 4th behind his team member, and the tyres are falling away, with Footy now up and into 2nd, and the gap is way too big in the next 15 minutes for him to catch up with Racing Sim, but I'm sure he's going to give it a blooming good go. In the chat, Nifty saying Autopolis has to be the best track for shredding tyres. Even on the most balanced car, must be at least at 197 corners. You are not wrong, sir. And I quite like the track. I know everyone hates it, but I don't mind it. It's fun. So Footy then, not pitting. Sai, not pitting. Carlsberg, pitting. Clever boy. Carlsberg knows where it's at. Mike, he probably doesn't need to pit. He'll move up ahead of the Carlsberg. I'm sure now, I'd guess 15 minutes left of racing. Carlsberg's going to go for that medium tyre. Vane, after his pit stop, has picked up a 3-second penalty, and he's a bit of a ways from Mike. He's gone for another set of softs. That's crazy. They're only doing about 5 or 6 laps on those tyres. 5 laps, well, it's just under 2 minutes. That's 10 minutes. Yeah, I don't think the tyres are going to last. I think mediums are the way to go. What did Sai do? He didn't go in. Carlsberg's gone for another set of softs. Am I being mental? Am I getting something wrong here? Have they had these tyres on for 15 minutes? Maybe they have. Maybe, yeah, 15 minutes, possibly. I think it's about 12 minutes at best these tyres are lasting. But we shall see, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see. It will make it an exciting finale to the race. I think their tyres just aren't going to stretch it. That's why Footy and Racing Sim staying out. And Sai then on those softs, he's trying to stay out because he knows them tyres cannot make the stretch. Oh, a penalty from Mike. He's pitted and put a fresh set of softs on, and he's ahead of the Vane. The Vane was hoping to jump Mike with the fresher tyres, but he may catch him up. And Vane with Hoppers in, he's not far away, Hoppers. But Hopper's tyres are starting to look woeful after Vane has put a fresh set on. And the question is, can Vane get those all the way to the end of the race? Mike then will have to pay the penalty here. Or just around here somewhere. There, just down there. And then we'll see Vane. Oh yeah, Vane just there in the right position as Mike pays a very heavy penalty for his pit stop. Now we've got Sai into the pits and Footy both pitting. Footy should be out ahead of Sai. He was ahead of him on the track. Carlsberg moves up after his pit stop. He's jumped Sai, ladies and gentlemen. And is he going to jump Footy? He does, ladies and gentlemen. He's in second place. And the Carlsberg, if they did racing sim drivers, they would probably be the best racing sim driver in the world. And Carlsberg then moving up and into second place ahead of Footy, but Footy has got a fight in his tail. He has got a fire in his belly, and he is not bending over for this one. And Sai losing out to the pit stops. Mike then in fifth place ahead of the Vane, who has picked up damage, and Hopper's closing in on Vane. Vane's going to have to be very careful, but Hopper's, he's going into the pits now. His tyres are woeful, and the Hog is already into the pits. Racing Sim continuing on with Carlsberg now in second and Footy in third. This race has had many a turn as it has gone along. And our friend Dom in the chat saying, oh, hello there. Dom saying, wait, I have a question about tomorrow. Okie dokie. Carlsberg, then Racing Sim is into the pits. Racing Sim into the pits as Carlsberg and Footy continue on. They're not yet there, but I think Racing Sim's going to get in and get back out before they even reach him. His lead is such that it's just an easy pickings for him here as the sun shines down on the end of this race of Autopolis. 11 minutes of racing to go. Racing Sim out onto a clear track. Happy days. Carlsberg just trying to keep Footy at bay, with Sai there just in fourth, Mike in fifth. A little too far back for that fight. The fight here at the moment is the fight of the podium betwixt Carlsberg and Footy. Footy qualifying in second place, wanting it back. Carlsberg qualifying in third. They virtually just swapped positions during this race, but what a race we have had with Sai. Sai's still got to be happy, surely. I mean, he qualified last. He made a daring pit stop, jumped up and into second place. It is not a bad race for our man Sai, it has to be said. Footy in third with Carlsberg holding second, and Racing Sim still leads this race. How is Vane doing against the Hops? The Hops is, he's not closing in. Oh yeah, because Hoppers has made that pit stop, hasn't he? And the Hog there as well, getting up to speed in his car. Dominic saying, can you do 2 daily races replays or just one? I can do another one. I can do I mean, what are they, 20 minutes long? 15, 20 minutes long? I could do 2. It's a bit long though, isn't it? 40 minutes, but yeah, man, if you do another one, if you want another one on there, just flag up the ones you want. Racing Sim then leads this race with the Berg in second, Footy in third. Footy is really pushing on and trying to close in on the Berg at the moment. And Sai is in fourth spot. I think that's a great race from Sai. I think he can walk away from this one absolutely happy. We've got 10 minutes left of racing here, and Vane is starting to close in. 51.8 from Vane last time around. Mike at 52.7, so Mike could be in trouble from the Dodge Viper. He's coming in hard and fast. He is looking for scalps. So 20 minutes, yeah, I suppose I could squeeze 2 in. It's not too bad. I don't want to do 3 though, that'd be like too much daily race C. Vane then in 6th place, closing in on the Mike 52.7, Vane 51.8. Sai is under. What's happened to Carlsberg? Carlsberg has lost hugely. Oh, he's had an off, ladies and gentlemen. There he is in second place and just misses his braking altogether, and the footy comes around reclaiming his second place, and Tyre there as well gets to move up and into, oh, poor Carlsberg. Absolutely unfortunate for him as Tyre moves up and into third place. Great stuff from the Tyre. It's not over yet though. We still have plenty of racing here yet to do, and Tyre has to fend off his teammate Carlsberg. Footy back up and into second, and our man Racing Sim has absolutely dipped. He's just put a lap on the hoppers, and he's probably just pleased to see that there's other cars on the track. Yeah, Dominic saying, yeah, just 2 all I'm asking. Well, yeah, no, I don't mind, man. It's 3 races usually. It's 15-minute races, so I do 3, but yeah, it's all right. Vane in 6th with Hoppers in 7th and the Hog in 8th. Racing Sim leads the way. Footy in 2nd. Tyre is in 3rd. I mean, Dom, in all fairness, I do these for leagues. I don't do single people's daily races, so I don't know why you're saying, why am I not doing it for you? I don't do it for anyone. I'm doing it for you because you seem like a nice kid, and I don't mind doing you a small little thing. It's not, I don't owe you anything. I don't have to do it at all. I don't know why you're getting a bit shirty with me. I'm trying to do you a favour. So Racing Sim there leads the way with Footy in 2nd and the Tyre in 3rd. Carlsberg in 4th place with Mike in 5th. It's very tight here. Carlsberg and Tyre closing into each other, and Footy has just disappeared. I don't think you can catch the Racing Sim unless Racing Sim has some real issues. But Footy giving a blooming good go of 49.9 last time around with Tyre in 3rd place, Carlsberg in 4th, Mike in 5th, and the Vane is starting to close in on the Mike. Let's get on board with Vane as he pushes on. Those Callaways are competitive, says Golden Rider. So Vane then closing in to the Mike. Can he get a move done at any point? Oh, under braking. Vane's having a look of the inside. Oh, it's tight, ladies and gentlemen, and Carlsberg just about holding on there to the Vane. No, the Vane is through, not Carlsberg, sorry, Mike. I flicked up at the wrong time. Mike's coming back at the Vane. It's a bit of oofy-boofy between the two of them, and it's Mike that's ended up making sandcastles, and the Vane moves on and up and into 5th place there, and Mike just trying his hardest to defend the position, and Vane is up and through. Carlsberg in 4th, trying to put something on Tyre. Tyre's going wide. Tyre's going very wide. Tyre is going wide. He's back on the track. Can he maintain? No. Carlsberg's through. It is going to pieces at the end of the race here, and Carlsberg there and up and into 3rd with Footy in 2nd, and Racing Sim still leading. He doesn't know what the commotion is behind, but we are jumping and oh no, Tyre's gone totally awry. What has happened? How far is he ahead of the Vane? It's healthy. It's a healthy lead, but blooming hell, Tyre absolutely losing it totally in that corner, and Carlsberg now doesn't have to worry about any pressure from behind from his teammates. Tyre then down the road a little bit in 4th place. Vane under pressure from Mike, and it's getting very dicey out there. Oh, Mike taking an interesting line through that chicane there. There's no penalty, so it's fine, but I don't think it's any faster. And Vane's tyres, look, we called it. 5 minutes of still racing to go. Vane's tyres are looking very much torn up, very worn indeed. Mike's tyres looking okay. It's a waiting game. And Wayne saying he's a very busy bee. Me, yeah, I'm not saying you're forcing me. It just came off a little bit like, oh, you do it for those, so why not do it for me? I was just pointing out I don't do it for anyone. I just do it for leagues. That's all I'm saying. Hopper's off the track. It's all cool, man. Peace and love, man. And Hog in 8th. So Racing Sim leads the way with Footy in 2nd, 49.4. Carlsberg in 3rd. with a 51.0. No chance of catching Footy. Footy is absolutely pelting it at the moment, hoping to catch Racing Sim, but Racing Sim's so far down the road he could have a little tea break if he wished. We're into the 36th minute, heading towards 37 minutes. 3.5 minutes left of racing here, ladies and gentlemen. And Sai now is okay. He's in his own little pocket. Still, remember, Sai, even though he's had his dramas, still started from the back and has had an absolutely banging race so far. Vane pulling away from Mikey. Mike struggling with the Corvette and a bit of tyre wear, but Vane's tyre wear is absolutely terrible. Carlsberg, was he the first one? I said his tyres weren't going to last. They're doing okay. I think they will last. Okay, so Golden Rider saying, geez, everyone loves lawn mowing right now. They are, aren't they? Everyone wants to cut that grass around here. Yeah, all right, man. Dominic. Okay, cool, Dominic. I'll do that. No problemo. If you do it during the Monaco race, I'll do it after the Monaco, and if it's done before, I'll try and do it before. So Racing Sim leads the way with Footy in second. Carlsberg chasing him down, but he just doesn't have the pace. Sai in a safe fourth place. Vane getting away from Mikey, but Mike looks like he's closing back in. This race is not done between 5th and 6th place. Vane there trying to hold on, but the tyres are done. They are cooked, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing more, and he's going to have to do at least another lap after this one on those tyres. So Mike might be guaranteed that 5th place because Vane is struggling with that tyre wear. One of them earlier stops. Hopper's struggling to get the Mustang turned in. It is an absolute terrible piece of machinery here, it seems, and the Hog is finding its feet, getting some practice in, getting a bit of just getting accustomed to the car. Racing Sim leads the way, and without Apex Wolf here or the Gaz to stand up to him, it's been an easy push, an easy shove. Footy, a great drive there for 2nd place. Impressive stuff from the driver, I suppose, the Pro Sim driver. Great driving from Footy. Has put up with a lot of pressure, lost a few places and has absolutely come back. Carlsberg in 3rd, struggling with the tyres, but safe enough from Sai after Sai had his humongous off. And Mikey's ahead of Vane now. Vane's tyres were absolutely torrid, so this is how Mikey did it. Up the inside, it seems. Nope, follows him through the twisty bit, has a little kiss of the rear derriere and slides it through. Unbelievable racing. I'm glad I come back to it because this is dicing, ladies and gents. And then Mike goes for a lunge up the inside, and I don't think Vane has the tyres to try and defend that one. So Mike up and into 5th place as Vane goes for the long way around that corner. What's he going to do? Pit for the last lap? He may have to, because that car is undrivable, ladies and gents. How far ahead of the Hoppers is he? He's got time. No, he's opted to go through for another lap of misery. And can you blame him? Hoppers then in 7th with the Hog in 8th. Racing Sim is coming around. He's going to have to do another lap, ladies and gents. He may be the only one. A kind of a winning lap for him, as the rest of the guys will get the checkered flag. The flag should be out now as Footy brings it around. We've got the Hog before him. So the Hog bringing it around for 8th place, and what an adventure the Hog has had today. And welcome to the Thingamajig stream, Hog. Please, you're here. So Footy next across the line, a great 2nd place, qualified 2nd, has ducked around a couple of positions and ended in 2nd. Carlsberg grabbing hold of that final podium position. An amazing job there from Carlsberg. 3rd, Sai coming home 4th. Oh no, Hoppers crossing the line in 7th. And then next we have the Sai all by himself, getting away from Mike and Vane. Usually we see Si racing around with the Vane, but today he showed what he had when it came to the strategies, and Si has got what it takes. Well done, 4th place. Mikey bringing it home in 5th, ahead of a limping Vane, ladies and gentlemen, with the tyre wear on that Dodge Viper. Just nothing he could do about the Corvette. Mikey bringing it through into the stadium section, and the crowd are going wild for the debutantes, and they are standing on their feet applauding. What a drive the fresh Corvette Academy driver is bringing to the table. And 5th place then for Mikey. Superb stuff. The Vane, with his tyre woes, ladies and gents, did what he could, and what he could was enough for us. 6th place to the Vane, and then Racing Sim taking the win. A great drive from the Sim driver. Brilliant stuff. Racing Sim ahead of Footy, who finished ahead of Carlsberg, who finishes ahead of the Si. Mikey, great debutant on the Thingamajig channel, for 5th place. Vane in 6th. Hoppers comes home in 7th in the Mustang, and Hogg using the session as a bit of a test session, giving his car a try out. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Great stuff from the Tyre Shredders Racing, the Academy, round 4. Any more in the chat? Golden Rider saying he's crazy for going another lap. Yes, yeah, true. And Wayne saying thanks for the comms, top job. My pleasure, my friend, always. Do you never know? You never know. I've got round 5 in my collection, and I mean, if all goes well, I'm going to try and sneak it in, because I know I'm behind you guys. If I can sneak one in tomorrow with Dom's stream, that would be kind of cool. But I do have to practice for my actual Sunday evening league, which I think we're at Reverse Dragon's Trail, which is going to be an absolute nightmare. Okay, thanks Thingy. Great show as always from Nifty. Well, thank you for sticking with us. It's not often you see other leagues watching other leagues, but you know, try not to watch too much of me, because I am annoying. I think I find my voice is quite irritating. And Wayne's saying it gets better. I can't wait. I cannot wait. So that was round 4, ladies and gentlemen, of the Tyre Shredders, and yes, amazing stuff. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love, y'all.